Hi, I'm Scott Humphrey, leader of the World Floor Covering Association, and this is Leadership Live. I had a unique experience this week. I was traveling, and I want to share the experience with you and ask you, do not judge me. The first night I was away, I went out to eat at a particular restaurant. I won't mention the name, but I enjoyed the food, I enjoyed the atmosphere, I enjoyed the service. Everything was great. In fact, it was so great, I did something I've never done before. I decided to go back the next night to the same restaurant. At the time I went, I thought I would order something different, but I got there and I thought, man, the food was so great last night. I'm just going to order the same thing. So the restaurant was the same, the food was the same. The only thing that was different was the person who served me. And it changed everything. Now listen, I understand that people right now and employers are understaffed and there's a lot of work being done by a few people. I'm thankful for that. I'm not judging the employee. Please don't take it that way. But I also know that the person who waited on me on the first night had the same challenges. They also were part of an employment that was understaffed, and they also were working very hard, and yet they did a few things that made me feel special about the experience. I started thinking about that, how one person could make a difference, and I thought about leadership and what leadership is all about, the tone that you set and how it impacts those around you. And a couple of things came to mind I want to share with you. One of which is that you need to let people know your current status. So when you're working with your employees, if you are overwhelmed, don't go around complaining about it all the time. But if you have an amazingly large load on you, make them aware. And the reason you do that is not to complain, and you don't do it in such a manner as to complain. It's simply to make them aware that if you seem distracted, it has nothing to do with them. Because many of the employees that work for you are people. And when they walk by you and you don't speak or you seem distracted, they might interpret that you have an issue with them. And so I challenge you to make sure that you make people aware of at least the level of the load that you're currently carrying. The second thing I would ask you to do is to be aware of your tone and understand that the tone you set impacts performance. So not only for your team, but also your team is impacting others. You have a group of direct reports, they have others who report to them, and the tone that is set by the leader so often permeates throughout the organization. Listen, as a leader, you're going to have headaches that everyone else doesn't have. You can't walk around every day wearing your headache. You can make people aware that you've got a busy week. There's a lot going on this week. But part of being a leader is knowing that you are paid a certain level, you're respected with a certain title because you are the leader, and that comes with the job. Let me go back and just recap these to make sure you understand the point. First of all, let people know when you have a lot on you, not as a way of complaining, but simply as a way of making them aware that you might be distracted. There may be a lot going on in your life currently. You do that not for you as a pity party, you do it for them. Secondly, be aware of the tone that you set and the fact that the tone you set will permeate throughout the organization. It is vital that you set the tone that you want your organization to have. And so stay positive. Remember the story of Ernest Shackleton and how he had everybody keep a journal, and they all talked about how positive he was. But Shackleton in his own journal admitted, man, I don't know if we're going to make it. And yet he realized the importance of the tone that he set with his people. Set that tone with yours and realize, just like at that restaurant, one person made a difference. You as a leader are the difference maker every day. Now go out there and lead.